Number 69.
It's not often that you have two Hall of Famers sharing a first cover together, but that's exactly what we have here with this Sports Illustrated issue from 1959 featuring Luis Aparicio and Nellie Fox. First cover for both, with Aparicio appearing on a total of 3 Sports Illustrated covers, and this being the one and only appearance for Nellie Fox. Aparicio is a Hall of Famer, 10-year All-Star, 9-time Gold Glove winner, and a World Series champ. Nellie Fox, Hall of Famer, won an MVP award and was a 12-year All-Star. This issue has been graded 3 times in Newsstand, and the current leader is an 8.0.
Number 68.
Sometimes an athlete's first cover just isn't quite as collectible as their next, and that's the case here with All-Star catcher Johnny Bench from Cincinnati's Big Red Machine. This is Johnny Bench's first solo cover, his second cover overall. In his first cover, he shared it with multiple other athletes and wasn't heavily featured as he is in this awesome shot from 1970. Johnny Bench appeared on a total of 7 Sports Illustrated covers. He's a Hall of Famer, 14-time All-Star, 2-time MVP, 10-time Gold Glove winner, 2-time World Series champ, a World Series MVP, and he comes in at number 29 on ESPN's all-time list. He is often regarded as the greatest catcher of all time. This issue has been graded twice in Newsstand, with the leader being a 9.0.
Number 67.
From 1966, we have the first and only cover appearance for legendary running back Gale Sayers. Gale Sayers of the Chicago Bears was a Hall of Famer, 4-time Pro Bowler, won 2 rushing titles, and once had 6 touchdowns in 1 game. Though his career was cut pretty short, he was one of the greatest athletes at his height. This issue has been graded 15 times in Newsstand, and the current leader is a 9.6.
Number 66.
Here we have another example of 2 absolute legends sharing their first cover together. Tennis epic. Nadal defeats Federer in the greatest match ever. This Sports Illustrated cover from 2008 is the first cover for both Rafael Nadal and Roger Federer, 2 of the greatest male tennis athletes of all time. This is the first and only cover for Nadal, whereas Federer appeared on a total of 3 covers. Nadal has 22 Grand Slam championships, which is the second most all-time behind only Novak Djokovic. He spent 209 weeks at number 1. He holds the record for most consecutive weeks in the top 10, where he was ranked from April 2005 all the way through March 2023, for a total of 912 straight weeks in the top 10. He's won 14 French Open titles, which is the most titles at any individual tournament in any sport. He's also won the US Open 4 times, Wimbledon twice, and Australian Open twice. He's one of only 4 males to win all Grand Slams twice, along with Roy Emerson, Rod Laver, and Novak Djokovic. Roger Federer has 20 Grand Slam championships, which is 3rd behind only Djokovic and Nadal. He ranked number 1 for 310 weeks, including a record 237 consecutive weeks at number 1. He won Wimbledon 8 times, the Australian Open 6 times, US Open 5 times, and the French Open once. This issue has been graded 5 times in Newsstand, with the current leader being a 9.6.
Number 65.
From 1967, we have the first cover appearance for Boston Red Sox legend Carl Yastrzemski. This is the first of 4 Sports Illustrated appearances for Yaz. Yastrzemski is a Hall of Famer, 8-time All-Star, MVP winner, 7 Gold Gloves, 3 batting titles. He won a Triple Crown. He finished his career with 3,419 hits, 450 homers, and he comes in at number 61 on ESPN's all-time greatest list. This issue has been graded 10 times as a Newsstand, and the current leader is a 9.6.
Number 64.
From 1965, we have the first solo cover for Wilt Chamberlain, his second cover overall. This is one of 9 times that Wilt Chamberlain appeared on the cover of Sports Illustrated. Wilt Chamberlain, a Hall of Famer, 13-time All-Star, 4-time MVP. He won 7 scoring titles, 11 rebounding titles. He won 1 assist title. He won 2 NBA championships, and he comes in at number 6 on ESPN's all-time list. Wilt Chamberlain averaged 50 points and 25 rebounds per game in the 61-62 season. He scored 100 points in a game, and no other player has ever averaged 30 points and 20 rebounds in a season other than Wilt. He did that 7 times, and actually averaged that for his entire 14-year career. He also played with the Harlem Globetrotters before joining the NBA. This issue has been graded 10 times in Newsstand, with the current leader being a 9.2.
Number 63.
Here we have an ultra-modern cover from 2018. This is the first cover appearance for Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes thus far has appeared on 2 covers of Sports Illustrated. He's a 5-time Pro Bowler, 2-time MVP, 2-time Super Bowl champ, 2-time Super Bowl MVP. His record as a starting quarterback thus far in 6 seasons is 64 wins versus only 16 losses, and he currently has the highest career passer rating in NFL history. Though his career is still very young, he very well could be inducted into the Hall of Fame even if his career ended today. This issue has been graded 153 times in Newsstand, and they're currently 20 9.8s.
62.
From 1961, we have legendary Green Bay Packers quarterback Bart Starr. This is the first of 4 cover appearances for Bart Starr. He's a Hall of Famer, 4-time Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champ, which were actually the first 2 Super Bowls, and he's a 5-time NFL champion overall. He also won an MVP. This issue has been graded 13 times in newsstand, and the current leader is a 7.5.
Number 61.
From 1969, this is Mr. October before he became Mr. October, Reggie Jackson. It's his first Sports Illustrated cover, still playing with the Athletics, and this is the first of 9 times that he appeared on the cover. Reggie Jackson is a Hall of Famer, 14-time All-Star, 5-time champion, 2-time World Series MVP, finished his career with 563 home runs, and of course hit 3 consecutive home runs in the clinching Game 6 of the 1977 World Series. This issue has been graded 14 times in newsstand, and the current leader is a 9.2.
Number 60.
The premier issue of Sports Illustrated from August 16, 1954, featuring Hall of Famer Eddie Matthews on the cover. Eddie Matthews appeared on the cover 7 times, and 6 of those were featuring this exact same image. Eddie Matthews is a Hall of Famer, 9-year All-Star, 2-time World Series champ, finished his career with 512 home runs, and comes in at number 64 on ESPN's all-time list. Of course, this issue is extra significant because it was the very first weekly issue put out by the iconic brand Sports Illustrated. However, the only reason that this issue ranks so low on the countdown is because of the numerous amount of newsstand issues that are in existence. As of today, 707 newsstand copies have been graded, 92 of which are 9.8s. This issue was released without any mailing labels, so every single copy that is still in existence today would be considered a newsstand. In addition, SI sold many of these later on as collectibles that had been stored in warehouses for many years, and that's the reason for such a high count of 9.8s. If it weren't for the high pop count, this issue would rank much, much higher on this list.